Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Liverbird TV. Leicester City against Liverpool, and I'm just going to wait for a few of you to join, and then what we'll do is we'll start this video. So I'm really looking forward to the video when it kicks in, and see you all joining. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you team lineups, and obviously we're going to talk about the game. All right, Michael, welcome. The first Liverpool fan that's arrived. I'm just going to let you all filter through before we start talking. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the game as well, mate. Obviously we're on a really good run, and to make it, 7 in a row will be special, considering I mean I've screenshotted that status that I put up when I said that I think we'll win the last 9 games, and that's the amount of laughing emojis and the amount of criticism I took for that. I couldn't be more happier to be right on that occasion. Obviously we haven't won the whole 9 yet, but you know what I mean. 4-0, Michael. Jesus, you don't half go strong with your predictions. Michael, can you just start it? Because it's just I live in a real rural village in Scotland, and sometimes the signal can go back and forth. So am I coming across all right? Can you hear me well? And is my, can you see what I'm saying as I'm speaking? Can you just confirm that for me, mate? Zachary Anthony, good evening as well, mate. And hi, Sam. Hope you're well as well, mate. Just waiting on Michael to confirm that I think it's all right. It seems to be working fine, doesn't it? Yeah. Right. Anyway, so we'll get started. So, as we all know, Liverpool, it keeps buffering a bit, mate. All right, James Pal. I hope you're well. Really looking forward to tonight's game, mate. I'm sure you are as well, pal. And obviously we're going to do team lineups as they come through in the next 15 minutes. Can I just ask anyone to confirm, is it coming through? Is it coming through all right? If not, I'll restart the video because I want to get this right. I want to get it right, and I can just I can do what's called a trim. I can trim the video. Can you just confirm, anyone, if it's coming across? You hear me loud and clear, Stephen? That's fine. And if it's all right, you're all good. Right. So anyway, huge game tonight for Liverpool against Leicester City. Now Leicester City, as we know, are fighting for their lives. And, I was speaking to a couple of lads at work today, and they were like, oh, you'll batter them, you'll batter them. And I said, this is the Premier League. I don't know why people fall for it all the time, but this is the Premier League. And I'm going to give you a classic example of the Premier League in the last 7 days. Everton go away to Brighton and win 5-1. Brighton then go to Arsenal and win 3-0. I mean, if that is not a classic example of the Premier League for you, then I don't know what is. And another example as well is we go and beat Manchester United 7-0 and then go and lose 1-0 to Bournemouth. So there is no, certainties in the Premier League. You have to turn up, you have to put the maximum amount of effort in. And I'm sure John Terry and their manager Dean Smith will be getting them fired up tonight. So basically, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm going to go through all the comments first and just say hello to everybody as we start. So Michael Smith, looking forward to the game. Prediction 4-0. Zachary Anthony, should be an interesting game, especially since Leicester is trying to survive and stay up. Sam Edwards, come on Liverpool. Michael Smith, keeps buffering a bit, mate. It will do. It's my signal here. I mean, what I'm going to do, this is a little promise I'm going to make to everyone. Soon as this season finishes, I'm going to buy a lot of new equipment whilst the season's finished, and one of them is going to be one where I can speed up my signal and make my signal quality a lot better, and then I'm going to get proper podcast microphone and a proper. Next season, this channel is going to be brilliant because I'm going to put a lot of money into it, and I'm going to make this studio of mine absolutely immense. So yeah, so the quality will get better from next season. But for now, let's go through all the comments and talk Liverpool. So. James Richard Baxter, I've already said all right to you, mate. I'm just going to read your second comment, James. All good, mate. I hope you're all good. Yeah, big 3 points. Keep the pressure on them Manx. Totally. Stephen Lambert, is that the new home top you have, mate? Yes, it is. It is a new home shirt, and I've said this. It is my favourite shirt I have ever worn since I was a kid. And the last time I loved a shirt like this was when we played in 1999 and we had the Reebok one and Robbie Fowler used to be up front. But I just love the quality of it. It's just mint. It's just completely silky. The sleeves are nice. The logo's brilliant. Hang on, we're buffering a bit there. It does seem to be buffering a little bit quite bad now, doesn't it? It's quite behind. We're having a fox for dinner. Love that, yeah. Yeah, so hi Gary Walsh, mate, hope you're well. So what we're going to do is about the next 14 minutes, the Liverpool team news will come through. So if there's any questions you want to ask me, fire away now and I'll answer them as quick as, I'll go through them and we'll talk about the game. Sponsored by Iron Brew. You like to tell them in Scotland. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do first. I'm going to go through what I think the team lineups will be. So I'm going to go for, obviously, Alisson Becker in goal. Trent will be right back, but he'll play midfield, and then Konate will switch across to the right. So I'm going to go for Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson. My midfield three, I'm going to go for Curtis Jones, Fabinho, and Harvey Elliott. Jones, Fabinho and Elliott. I think it'll be them three. Obviously Henderson could play. And then the front three, I'm going to go for Salah, Jota and Diaz. So my starting 11 again. Alisson Becker in goal. Right back Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he'll shift into midfield. Konate comes across and then Fabinho drops more defensively. An inverted right back. Then obviously Konate and Van Dijk centre back. Left back Andrew Robertson. Central midfield will be, I'm going to go for, just for this game, I don't know why, but I'm just going to go for Harvey Elliott, Fabinho and Curtis Jones. And then the front three, I'm going to go for Salah, Jota and Diaz. They're my front three. Nunez on the bench with Cody Gakpo on the bench. I'm probably going to get it wrong, but it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? So that's going to be my starting 11. If you want to put on the comment section, your starting 11, then feel free to do that. Obviously, the starting 11 will be coming through. I've got Sky Sports on right in front of me, so obviously, as soon as I know, you'll know. So, let me just get rid of that. Yeah, that's better. Right, yeah. So, Gary Neville's just talking now. I don't know what he's talking about, but just reading the comments here. Some Tart said Salah's injured. Who do you want to come up from the Championship, Michael? Well, Burnley are already promoted. So, who's the other one that's gone up? Is there two that have gone up? No, Burnley have. Is there two that go up from the? There's two that go up in it. But I'm sure Burnley have been promoted, isn't it? So who else has gone up with Burnley? I don't know why my mind's just completely gone. Do I want to win the playoffs? Not Luton. Luton are too much of a shed ground. Coventry City are not been in the playoffs so long. Do you know what I like? Sunderland. Sunderland, because they've got a massive fan base, and obviously it'll be 47,000 at every home game. So yeah, I'll go for Sunderland. They're the team I'd like to see back in the Premier League. Gary Walsh, Sumtart said Salah is injured. Bullshit though, probably from a plastic or jealous fan. And 7 off the bat. Yeah, 7 off the bounce is what we've won. And then obviously Stephen Lambert, another question coming through. Okay, what do you think of the top 4 hours to steal? Top 4 hours to steal, or is that old saying ain't over till a fat lady sings? Mate, I've said this, that if we wasn't going to finish top 4, it'd have been gone weeks ago. We're having one of those miraculous runs again. And what I look at the fact that Newcastle have still got to play Chelsea, and they've still got to play Leicester and Brighton. Now, they are not easy games. If we beat Leicester today, Leicester have got to go there and win, right, when they play. But what I'm really interested in is De Zerbi's Brighton. I mean, for them to go to Arsenal yesterday and win 3-0, I actually think that I think Newcastle could draw. I mean, someone said to me the other day, well, you're expecting Newcastle to lose 2 games, but I said, well, why do they have to lose 2? They could draw all of them. And I said this, if Newcastle draw all of their games and we win all of our games, we finish in the top 4. So, you know, people don't understand it. Newcastle don't have to lose a game from now to the end of the season. So if they draw at Brighton and they draw against Chelsea, well, what could they get? Another 5 points. Let me just look at the league table while I'm online, and I'll tell you. Just want to see what could happen. I know we can get 71 points, right? 71 points. So, league table. So we'll go through it now. So Newcastle are on 66 points, we're on 62. We win today, we go on to 65. So if Newcastle draw on Thursday with Brighton, they'll go on to 67, right? With the same games played. So that means there'll be 2 points in it. So if we won the following week and they drew again, we would get 3. It'd be goal difference. So, I mean, have we got a better goal difference than Newcastle? 4 goals in it, right? We've got a superior goal difference to Manchester United. So that could be another one. I mean, it's difficult to say. But I think that Brighton can get something definitely on Thursday against Newcastle. So it's one of them. But let's just get tonight out of the way first. Let's go and win at Leicester City, and let's see the team news when it filters through, and we'll discuss the. Let's read some more comments first at the moment as well. Sheffield United, cheers James, mate. I knew you'd know. Yeah, of course it was when Higginbottom got them promoted. So let's just go through some more comments. I'm just quickly liking all the ones that I've already read. Your score and goal scorers today. I actually said in the bookies earlier that I think Liverpool will win 2-1 tonight and Mo Salah will score first. I didn't say a second goal scorer. I just said first goal scorer, Mo Salah. And I haven't backed it, weirdly. It's one of those that I just thought out loud, but I didn't back it myself. I actually gave that as advice to somebody else. Just going to go through some more comments. 7 off the bat. Sheffield United, yeah. Sheffield United came. Cheers, Michael. Stephen Lambert, what do you think of the top 4? I've just answered that one. Zachary Anthony, do you think that Trent Alexander-Arnold played in the inverted right-back midfield role would be in a different position now? Do you know what, mate? It's easy to say that because since we've done that, we've won every game, or drew one and won every game. So yeah, hindsight, we'd probably be top 4. But having said that, we had to go through that horrendous run to then switch Trent's position. So in a way, that bad run probably has ended up being the best thing that could ever have happened to us because it's found a different way. We are now a different side because we used to be the 4-3-3, so everything would be high press and everything would be sort of like you knew what was sat in front of you. You knew Liverpool would have a back 4, then you knew Liverpool would have a midfield 3, and then you knew Liverpool would have a front 3. But now because of this new inverted wing back that Trent's in, that he comes, it's like Liverpool are playing 4-4-2 from the start, but then they switch to a 3-5-2, where basically Trent then becomes an extra midfielder. And what happens is Trent can wander from right back into the centre pivotal role in midfield. Canate then switches across to right back, and Fabinho drops into centre back. It's mental, but it works. So now you don't know where what to do with Liverpool because they're everywhere. Because Trent can end up. I mean, before Trent would always be down the right hand side, so your job was to always try and stop the supply from Trent and the supply from Robertson. But now, because Trent's everywhere, you know you're chasing shadows. You're everywhere you go. I think at the moment the reason why we've won every game is because people haven't worked out yet how to play against Liverpool with this new system. And I think this is why we need to smash and grab now, get to next season and get a really good season in with that sort of formation still being a kinder egg, if in a way, a bit of a surprise, you know, but it is what it is. Right, let's get some more comments. Hi, Nah. He knew a big threat for me till Sunday. That's Salah, yeah, definitely. Dan, can't keep my eyes off that beautiful jersey. Gary, it's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, it's the best shirt we have brought out in absolutely ages. Right, Michael Smith, Klopp talking now. Good. Team news will be coming through in the next 5 minutes, so I will give you that as soon as it comes in. Gary Walsh, definitely Salah getting goals. Come on, you Red. All right, Paul, mate, I hope you're well. And your son, I hope you enjoyed the game tonight, you and your little boy. So what we'll do is I'll come live again at half time. So once I've done the what's it called? Once I've done the first, in fact, no, I won't come live at half time because it's it's not, everyone likes to go for a drink and a piss or whatever. So I'll be live at the end of the game. So I want you all to join me for the end of the game, and we'll relax and we'll talk about what we've seen. Because I love that. I mean, this is why I do this. I don't do this for money. I don't make a penny out of it. I do this out of just loving talking about football. Now, I put up a status earlier on the group, and it was about, if you're going to be on this group, contribute to it. And then somebody said, oh, well what about when we say FSG out? Look, FSG out is not talking about Liverpool. FSG is talking about trying to be a board member. I don't want that. This group is a supporters fan group. Let's talk about Klopp. Let's talk about tactics. Let's talk about players. And we can argue about it in a constructive way. Now, I got my education from living in Anfield for 7 years, but I also got my education from being to over 150 games. So I know what I see, and I give a football fan's opinion, right, on football as it is, as a football, as a sport. That's not what I want you to do on this group. Tell me, I'll tell you what, we should drop Curtis Jones into a centre midfield position, or play him left-sided attack, whatever. Talk football, because that's what we all want to talk about anyway. So yeah, so that status today was just basically saying, look, if you're on this group, enjoy it, get involved in the live videos like I'm doing now, and we will have a great group here. And the next season I've got better equipment coming, and the sound quality will get better, and we're going to have a hell laugh. Anyway, we'll stop wobbling on, raffling on, because the team news is going to be coming through in the next 3 minutes. I'm just going to read the rest of the comments coming through. Gary Walsh, 100%. Peter McDougall, biggest game we will play the night. Leicester fighting for their life to stay up. Won't be easy. Just hope our lads know a win gets us even closer to the top four. Well, it does. It puts us within a point. Now, I'm going to say this. Newcastle are more likely to wobble than what's it called? Manchester United. So the best thing that we need to do is we need to just focus on Newcastle, because I think that they've never been in this position before. They've never sort of been in the top four chase, and I reckon it's them that will wobble a little bit more. And if you look at their fixtures, obviously they've got Brighton away, and then they've got Leicester at home. Sorry, Brighton at home, Leicester at home, and Chelsea away. So I really do think that Newcastle could wobble, because they've never been in this position before. And I think with somebody as iconic as Liverpool sort of behind them, I reckon that they could wobble. Man United have got sort of more or less certainties they've won. Man United have done well at home this season. Their away record is shocking, just as bad as ours. But as a stat that had come on TalkSport the other day, I couldn't believe, Erik ten Hag has actually lost more league games than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did in his whole tenure at Man United for the season. So in a season, Ten Hag has lost more games than Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, which is fucking mental, considering the fact that Man United fans consider him to be some sort of fucking messiah, which is even more laughable, because he's won a Poxy League Cup. And the reason why I say Poxy League Cup, it's not because the League Cup's Poxy, it's because if you look at the run that he had to that final, it was all home ties. Every single round was at home, and then they played League One and Championship sides, and then got Newcastle in the final. I mean, if you was going to ask me to give you the most piss easiest fucking draw going, I think for the last 10 domestic cup draws, Man United have been drawn at home 10 times. I mean, if you don't win a domestic cup when you get that set of cards, then you're never going to fucking do it, are you? So it is what it is. So team news should be coming through in the next minute, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. So bear with me a second, and then we'll get our thoughts on the lineup for tonight. And then we'll talk about the team lineups, and then we'll head off, and then I will be live at the end of the game to talk with yourselves. Hopefully all buzzing with a great win. Just waiting for lineups to come through. Should be any second. And what I'll do is I'll put it on the comment section as soon as I get it up. Still waiting, nothing through yet. Sky Sports haven't put anything up yet. Hey up, Scott, mate, I hope you're well. Just waiting for team news to come through, mate, and then we'll all talk about it. Team is in. Right, team is in then. Good. Still waiting for it to come through on the phone. 2 changes. What you got it on, Michael? You seem to be a lot quicker than me. And obviously there'll be a delay in this as well. Just waiting for it to come through. And then I can go live straight on it. Michael, can you put the team on the comment section, mate, if you fatten it early on something? I'm still waiting for it to come through on all the news feed and that I've got. Yeah, cheers, Zachary. I know you agree with my analysis of the Trent question. Yeah, because that's it, mate. Here you go, team's in. So let's just, they're breaking news now. The team is in. So in goal is Alisson Becker. Trent Alexander-Arnold right back, like I said. Konate, like I said. Van Dijk, like I said. Robertson, like I said. Fabinho, Henderson and Jones in midfield. Diaz, Salah and Gakpo up front. So again, Alisson Becker in goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold right back. Konate, Van Dijk centre back. Left back, Andrew Robertson. Midfield, Fabinho, Henderson, Curtis Jones, Diaz, Salah and Gakpo, the front three. On the bench is Kelleher, Gomez, Milner, Elliott, Jota, Deshimicus, Carvalho, weirdly Arthur Melo and Joel Matip. So I'm just going to put that now in the comment section so you can see it on this video. So let me know your thoughts on the side, and we'll talk about that. Then we'll go obviously to. Well, yeah, it is a good side. Yeah, just trying to put this up now. I'll put it on the video. Brilliant. So yeah, so I'm happy with the team lineup. So again, I'll just give you the lineup again. So it's Alisson, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Henderson, Jones, Diaz, Salah and Gakpo. So it's a good side. It is a good side. We should put Leicester to bed with that team. We really should. So what we'll do now is we'll all get ready to watch the game, and what we'll do is I'll join you after the match. Please get involved, and we'll do a after the match sort of a chat with the fans and stuff. So cheers everyone, thanks for joining me. You'll never walk alone.